Well, a national championship is never easy to come by, and today to talk about their national championship is BYU men's lacrosse coach Jason Lamb and his four-year starter Jordan Harris. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks, good to be here.
First of all, you're coming off a national championship. Jason, let's start with you a little bit about how hard it is. It's your third national championship. What seems to be the secret for this BYU club team in gaining those?
I don't know if there's a secret, but it's definitely been hard. The guys worked really well this year. They put in the time. They worked hard, and for us it was a good season of good fortune. We didn't have a lot of setbacks maybe by injury. We won some close games, got some continuity down the stretch, and ended up getting that championship, so it was great.
Jordan, for you, back east, lacrosse is a big deal. Out here in Utah, not as well known. How were you guys able in that national championship to kind of prove that, BYU could be a good, legitimate team?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of times during the season that we actually had great chances to prove what a lacrosse team we were on a national scale. Started in the fall when we went back east and played in New York, and we played really well against some great teams. And then during the season, obviously, getting the national championship, I think a lot of people were able to see the talent that was coming to BYU and the talent that has started to come to Utah. A lot of people from East Coast, but more coming from the West Coast now.
A lot of people in a national championship situation, it's always hard to get that final win and put you over the top. What was that game like? And was there a point in that game where you felt like this is our moment that we've got to take it?
Yeah, it's a long time coming for me. I mean, this 4 years we kept getting on the brink of the national championship and just barely missing out. So for my senior year, it's kind of in the fourth quarter when we were up 16-7, I kind of maybe took a breath and started thinking there's a chance that, this is going to be the year for the national championship. And then after that, it was just a bunch of relief, a lot of hard work. Kind of came to fruition, so it was great.
Coach Jason Lamb, you're in your 14th season. A lot of people don't even know BYU has a lacrosse team. What is a club team? Tell us a little bit about that.
Basically, BYU, there are the varsity sports that are sponsored in NCAA competition, and then there are 4 teams right now competing at BYU as you say, club programs. We classify them as extramural programs, just a definition probably within the university more so than anywhere else. The difference then, obviously, is the funding, scholarships. Those are the differences. It's maybe not as obvious on the field when the athletes get out and play, especially our guys, and they get out and play hard. But there is a big difference behind the scenes between the funding and scholarships, and that's the big difference.
I was at Penn State this last weekend, and Joe Paterno is making his football team, as a punishment, pick up garbage in the stadium and give the money to the club teams because he wanted them to realize what a privilege they have to have scholarships and uniforms. You don't have all the money and all the accoutrements that a team would have for Division I. What keeps you doing it?
It's kind of funny. We actually do the same thing after every BYU football game. We get out there and we clean the stadium to earn money for ourselves. But it's just a love for the game, a passion for lacrosse. It's something that, more than any sport that I've ever seen, just hooks people and holds them in for life. You can't get away from it. So there's just a passion, for lacrosse.
Coach, for you, this is your 14th season, and you said you've been very instrumental in getting the lacrosse fever and that passion built up here more in this Provo community. What are some things you're doing to get it to be more of a popular sport?
Well, I can't take all the credit, but much of the credit, but definitely those of us that love the sport and those of us involved with the BYU team are trying to do as much as we can to get the awareness of the sport to be better here in Utah and particularly in Utah County. We are doing a lot of work with summer camps, as we talked about earlier. We've had almost over 900 kids come to summer camps this year from all over the country to participate in BYU lacrosse camps. Again, but more locally, we're running youth leagues, junior high and younger leagues. We're trying to just make the sport be a little bit more common among all of us that love BYU and or live near to it. So.
All right, and quickly, we've got just a few seconds left, but what are the chances for you to position yourself to become a Division I team?
That's the big question everybody's asking right now. I believe, and I'm not the expert on the answer, but I believe right now we're in a fortunate position. The university supports us all very well. We're very grateful for the situation we're in. But I think the opportunity is now, the time is to raise some money. It's going to take a lot of money, way beyond my comprehension, but at least if the monies can be raised, I think the university is in a position to now go forward in adding a men's and women's lacrosse team and possibly having that be part of the future of BYU athletics as well.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us and telling us a little bit more about your program. And would like to wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season, another national championship, knock on wood, right?
Yes.